First off, I want to say I apologize to everybody that wanted to tune into the 12 noon live. Uh, I wanted to do it on location at Steamboat Rock at the gun range to make it more plainer. Um, the internet just didn't agree without that. So I'm in a place where I got some good space. Let's get into it. You are officially in the alert zone. Welcome to Incense and Common Sense, the live stream. I'm Uncle James. Hope everybody is having a good day out there. It is definitely warm out here today. Hold 1 second. There's something. There we go. Turn the live chat on. And if you need to, you can catch the replay on this. The replay will have a title, but this is to the ladies. I can't make it no plainer than what I'm gonna make it. Get legally armed, ladies. To my Christian ladies out there who love to talk about prayer, he'll do it. You love to talk about the Bible, that's fine. There's a passage in there that says faith without works is no good. Getting on your hands and knees and just praying ain't always gonna be the answer. For religious people, the Lord gave you a brain and he gave you tools to defend yourself. Even the Bible says sell your cloak to buy a sword. In these days, guns just replace swords. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it because it is really warm out here and I'm sitting out in the hot beating sun. Definitely shout out to everybody that joins the chat or that sees it in the replay. Got a couple videos I'm gonna be uploading from earlier. Like I said, that they just didn't start out like I thought. So, ladies and gents, but ladies, follow me. Just I'm going somewhere with this. On social media, there's been this gender war. You know, you got the manosphere, red pill, blue pill, and then the ladies got the Bayang and that other little group. And there's been this tussle back and forth about male and female and what have you, and who's wrong and who's right. I've been sounding the alarm since my last channel, but in my personal life, I've been sounding it for years, and it falls on deaf ears. And now it's starting to bear rotten fruit, but those fruit are barren. What are you talking about? Women are losing that whole womanhood, that whole female card that y'all used to have that would get y'all out of a jam. Y'all losing. It's gone. I told you guys on this channel multiple times. These young boys and young dudes out here see y'all as competition now. The whole equality thing, I understand what equality was supposed to be about, but you got it across the board. You got men telling women that they can't gatekeep womanhood. You got men that's literally making females pay the ultimate price that they make men pay. Let me get to a couple stories and tell you what was the inspiration behind this. Shout out to the president of Gun Freak Nation. Shout out to that woman that told him about her personal story that he talked about in his video yesterday. I thought that was very, very brave of her. If you see this, ma'am, I thought that was very brave of you to even tell him what happened to you, because most people wouldn't say nothing. They would keep that under wraps. in Livonia, Michigan. Yeah, he's mentioned it, and I've heard the story of these two females getting into some kind of argument in a liquor store, and one pulling out a gun and shooting the other and killing her. And it's the same song. She was the life of the party. Oh, she was the glue that held the family together. All her son, all her this, all her that. Ladies, that pass y'all used to get of, well, I'm a female, so nothing's gonna happen to me, it's gone. Females are around here toting heavy, illegally and legally. For those of you who don't know, for the last 4 or 5 years, there's been news story after news story about women getting legally armed, and especially black ones. Being legally armed, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. Being legally armed for females is on the rise across the whole country. And that speaks volumes. That tells you something. That women are out here getting armed like that. 1 o'clock in the morning in the liquor store. First off, let me explain something to you. There's nothing wrong with being out late. Hell, from time to time, we go out to different parties. I'm out late. But you got to understand something. At 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning in a liquor store, most people that's in there buying liquor is drunk or is looking to get drunk. A lot of times, they're already hyped up. When they walk into these types of places, they know this is where all the shit hits the fan. They know this. This is where all the shit hits the fan. And they go anyway. But they go on alert. That lady behind the shoulder bump that took out that firearm and started shooting at that other lady, that lady went there with it on her mind. She understood what she was going into. The woman that bumped her, rest her soul, I'm not going to blame this on her. But let me explain something to you. You got to assume people in those type of places at that time of day and night is looking for trouble. You got to assume that. To not assume that they're looking for trouble can be to your detriment. All of us know. If you grew up in the hood like I did, you know where all the hood spots at. You know the places you can go in the middle of the night and get something to eat, and you're going to go in and out with no problem. You know the places in the middle of the night where you can go and get you something to snack on and ain't going to be no problem. Then you know the places to go that there's always something going on here. Carlisha Hood put her son in a bad predicament. Let me explain something to y'all. Listen to me really good what I'm about to say. I don't care what the city, names and area. The streets is just like the prisons. There's prison rules, and then there's the inmate rules. The streets, we got the laws, and then we got the citizen bylaws. You got to learn how to navigate both of them to stay safe. There's prison guards that'll tell you. There's certain inmate bylaws that we abide by to keep the peace, to keep something from happening, and to keep ourselves safe. Now, most people will say that that's crazy. Out here in the real world, there's different laws of the streets you got to follow to keep yourself safe. When they call an area something in particular, they're not calling it that just because of what it looks like or because of the name of the street. They're calling it because there's an essence there. The Wild Hundreds, with this whole Carlisha Hood thing, they call it that for a reason. You can go back and rename that neighborhood right now. If the same type of people hang out there and the same element is still there, it doesn't matter. You still got to live by the same laws that you did. What's happening? What's up? Yeah, you know how I go. Don't smoke, don't drink. Love my incense. You know, that place got called the Wild Hundreds for a reason, as they say in the streets. It got called that for a reason. It's wild out there. At any given time, something can happen to you. Period, point blank. The only way you can change a name and it change the essence of it is the people that made it like that got to be gone. In New Orleans, when they started tearing the projects down and they brought that mixed income, they made it clear. If you used to be a resident here, we don't care if you got the money. You can't buy an apartment back here. Some of those projects now, some of those apartments, people own them. So yeah, it might be where the old Magnolia set or the old Melpomene set, but the essence that used to be there is gone. You don't go to a place called the Wild Hundreds at 11 o'clock at night knowing you know something can happen and you're a legally armed person and you ain't carrying. She made a mistake going in there without that firearm on her. But also, shout out to the angry man. He posted something where this woman was arguing with a fast food worker that was a male. And she was threatening him about what she'll do him, how she'll kick his ass and all that. And then she mentioned, I got my son out in the car. The world is watching this. Ladies, let me make y'all understand something. With the internet, if you're 25 and under, you don't remember life before the internet. I'm 43. I remember life before the internet. You only thought certain things went on in certain areas because that's all the news would show you. With the internet now, we get to see it in every neighborhood, things happening in real time. You got the manosphere and all this stuff. And men are starting to compare notes and saying, hey, wait a minute. Back in the day, they told us you had to be in this particular area for this to happen to you. That shit's going on everywhere. New York, that whole bodega stabbing that happened last year, where that woman got angry because her car declined and went and got her boyfriend, and he came back there and wound up getting stabbed to death. I know she went and told him. She went and told him that that man jacked them chips out her baby hand. And so he stormed his behind back there and he got himself deleted. And she's got another dude now, I'm pretty sure, and going on with her life. Men was watching that, and you know what men started saying? Damn, man, we can't be out here head first with these women no more. They setting us up. Watching women in public get beat on and men jumping in, that has stopped now. You know why? Everybody saw the video in Atlanta of the guy that was beating his old lady at the gas station, and you had a good Samaritan guy try to jump in, and that guy turned the gun on him and shot him and killed him, and the woman he was beating jumped in the car with him, and they left that dude laying there in the gas station. Ladies, other women are watching y'all. Women that's not with all this acting a fool in public. And I ain't just talking about the hood rats and the wild hyenas. I'm talking about these women that like running up on people asking them why they doing this and why they doing that, why you fishing and all that crap. Other women is watching this and they not playing it. They putting that fire to your behind now. The whole female card, the whole thing of I'ma let her slide because she a woman, it's gone. The full brunt of equality is here. Men that have women, have their women at home telling them, hey, if you out there in the street and you see some woman get beat on, don't jump in and help her. You don't never know. She might leave with you. And then I'm going to be out of you. You might go to jail or lose your life. Stay out of it. You got daughters telling that to their fathers. Hey, Dad, I know you're a good dude and you don't like this and like that. If that ain't your child, don't get involved in it. Because I don't want to lose you. Ladies, y'all got to get legally armed out here. But you also have to move a certain way. Having a firearm doesn't mean you get emotional and you go start shit with people, looking for a reason to shoot them. Or you go somewhere knowing there's a possibility something like that can happen. In Philly, a couple days ago, you had a woman shot Law enforcement said at least 15 rounds went through her car. They said at that particular shooting, it was 28 shell casings found. A woman got killed in broad daylight, sitting in her car. I think she was 32 years old. I've already told you guys and girls about the stories from my hometown, New Orleans, of the women being targeted. And this ain't just no DV. These are women who want to be out here in these streets, and now the streets is collecting. The dudes who would just slap you or say, I'm going to take it out on your old man or your brother, we all done got up in age and we staying out of it. These little young boys, they ain't putting up with that shit. They ain't letting you jeopardize their life. They taking you out. You set them up, you steal from them, you mouth off with them, they taking you out of here. They ain't wasting no time. They knocking your damn brains out. That used to be unheard of. The only time you would hear something like that was it had to be like some dude that was just overly obsessed with her. If they ever find the culprit or culprits, this ain't gonna have nothing to do with no domestic violence. Men see women as equal threats, boy, and that is bad. That is bad. Because now we're dishing out equality. And it's coming in the form of bullets for some women. That whole thing of arguing with men and being able to walk away, don't take your chances. And it ain't just happening in the hood either. Rural country, flyover country, same shit happening. It's just not reported on. That's all. It's the only thing. They try not to push that narrative. It's happening in rural America. Dudes, these country dudes slapping these chicks, putting that pistol to them. These other women seeing these females as a threat and saying, I'm going to put her down. Y'all got to get legally armed. You got all these drugs out here that get these guys erected, and they want something. Don't think because you get up and go to work every day and you one of these independent single chicks and you don't bother nobody, other people ain't watching you. Everybody out there got somebody that watches them, whether you know it or not. They watch what you do. If they want to victimize you, all they think about is what is the chances that I can get what I'm really looking for. What is your valuables? For the guys who sexually get turned on by doing sexual assaults, there's guys that turns them on. Just go watch T Electric's video about that, and he can tell you what the lady that experienced that and survived told you. These 3 women in Tulsa, domestic violence situation, and a baby was shot. The baby's still clinging to life. Ladies, I know a lot of y'all like to give y'all girlfriends advice. Be involved with y'all girlfriends and stuff like that. Understand it. Y'all sisters, what have you. Talking to that man crazy and being crazy with that man, y'all gonna have to stop doing it. Because it's costing y'all. Now, he was probably only in a relationship with one of those women and he shot 4 people. He went and turned himself in right after. 2 of those women probably didn't have to lose their life. All 3 of them, but at least 2 of them. And that baby didn't have to be shot. Because you think a man wrongs your girlfriend or your sister, make sure you got all the information, number 1. Number 2, ask yourself, is it worth approaching this dude? If he's already kicking her ass, you ain't his old lady. He'll put a bullet in your head and won't think about it. You know, lastly, I'm going to say this. My women 50 and up. When y'all see this, y'all understand what I'm telling y'all. It's what it used to be, but it ain't like that anymore. You living in a house alone, get you something. Carry you something. Don't take a chance. I'm telling you, people out here don't care about your age anymore. There's no more respect for age. They killing from 1 day old to 1 million years old. They don't care about you being an older woman that just minds your business and goes to work. They don't care about the fact that you feed all the people in the neighborhood who ain't got nothing to eat. They don't care about you, the candy lady, and you give them a better store than a deal than the store does. They don't care about all that. They see an opportunity. I remember some years ago seeing a story of a lady that was in her 80s. Said she had been living on her house for 45 years and she was afraid to come out on the porch now and tell the little young boys that she wanted them to get off her porch with all that noise. Because the one time she did say something, they pulled a gun out on her. She says she feels like a prisoner in her own home. I seen the story of some guys down in Florida broke in a woman's house and raped her and then made her have sex with her son and then tried to set them on fire. Ladies, young ladies, middle-aged ladies, older ladies, practice your Second Amendment rights, man. It's not illegal under the Constitution. We see it more and more and more women in these big cities that's meeting these untimely deaths, and they brutal and they violent. Don't let this happen to you, ladies. Don't let you don't be a part of that number. You don't always have to be right. Sometime let it go. Just let it go sometime. You can live to see another us win. I want to say shout out to Deborah that visits in my chat a lot. I want to say shout out to the women that I have inspired over the short time I've been doing YouTube to get legally armed. Those who've responded to me and those who just took it for what it was worth and ran with it. I want to shout out to y'all. The only way the crime rate is going to go down, when these guys see soft targets, they got to get an FMJ or a hollow point put in. And these girls, when they run up on your car door, ma'am, and you sitting at the red light minding your business, shout out to you, William. Shout out to you. Appreciate you joining the chat. Like I said, if you just joining, earlier I was supposed to go live, but I just could not get good signal because I wanted to do this video at the range. Maybe that would inspire the ladies to really see that I'm not just out here talking. Get armed out here, ladies. Legally. Get armed. Not only get armed, start moving different. Sometime live and let live. It used to be all you had to worry about was the women, the men doing you something. Now the women, they're going in their purses, or coming from under their shirt or whatever they doing. And they out there busting. I don't know if you guys heard about the story of the lady that slipped her handcuffs, and jumped in a police car and grabbed the AR and started busting at them. Nowadays, ladies, we sitting back, we watching TikTok, we watching YouTube, Facebook. Men down there reading the comments. All these comments about, I wish that was me, I would have showed his ass, and he would have had to just kill me. There's guys that'll make you say, okay, good, because I killed for nothing. I'm going to start an argument with you in the hopes that you say something so I can put a bullet in your head. I'm telling you. There's ladies out here. They're out here looking for something to do. Somebody to victimize. See, while you're looking at the guy standing next to you, the female is going to be the one that's going to blow your head off because you'll never see it coming. You'll be so on alert watching him The female you're standing next to that you think got your back gonna be the one that's gonna put the gun to your head. We watching the women on these date naps set these guys up, leaving the door unlocked, what have you. And we watching guys get their lives snatched from them. We watching it all. I'm telling you. The reaction from the men out here is, we gonna rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. A lot of these men out here ain't playing with y'all. I gotta get out of here. It's an early stream. I don't know when I'm gonna go live again. I'll try and post in the community tab, and you guys will get the notification. I'm still working on learning how all this goes. But I just wanted to stop in and do that as a live stream. I know it's early, it's midday, it's Friday. A lot of people still at work. Shout out to What's Up. Shout out to William for joining the live stream. Shout out to everybody that gave me a thumbs up. If you think what you hear here is fruitful, subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Definitely share this with women that you see out here. Because women have to understand, in some places, they are even bigger target than men are. Till next time, everybody out there, stay safe, stay armed, stay on high alert.